and welcome. We are so excited that you are joining us this Sunday morning as we are live from the LAN Fest Charity Stream Zone at PAX-East in Boston, Massachusetts. Exactly. We are so thrilled that you're joining us this morning as we raise funds for Doctors Without Borders, an amazing organization that is in over 70 countries across the world, really giving people the help where it's needed most, whether it's conflict, disaster, genocide that's happening in Palestine. Doctors Without Borders is there, and they are giving help to the people. So that's who we're fundraising for this morning. So every donation that you give goes straight to Doctors Without Borders. Our first $100 is matched this morning. So that is incredibly exciting. This is so weird not having a TV screen. That I'm reading off of. Is that a little weird that we're playing in person, that we're rolling in real life? This is really, really cool.
You guys are not Tamagotchi? Oh my god. Everyone witnessed my terrible dice. Actually, no. Oh my god, same.
I'm so curious.
When you go to the donor drive link that's pinned in chat right now, you're going to see that there are a couple different incentives that you can give to us. For $10 or more, you can give anyone a reroll except for Dan. Dan doesn't need it.
No.
I don't roll.
Yeah, exactly.
I have all these dice and
Hate to hear it. You can also gift us in auto success. You can make us roll on the calamity table. There are some not so fun things that can happen. There are some fun things that can happen. For $50 or more, you can name the next NPC that Dan has to use, and for $100 or more, you can make us all roll on the calamity table. Our first $100 again is matched this morning by Alex Reinhardt. Thank you so much. We're so incredibly grateful. And with that being said, friends, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. I'm playing Arnett, whose pronouns are also they, them, theirs. Arnett is the Flake, and I'm gonna popcorn it to Lex. Let's go.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex. I do art, streaming, ttrpg, VTubing. Commissions are open. You want me to draw your little guys? I'll do it. I play Belladonna. She, they pronouns. The crooked.
Hi, hello, greetings and salutations, friends. My name is Grace. I go by Ghostlight G here on the internet. I am a Crit Award nominated singer-songwriter. I do all the music things. I am a Twitch streamer, content variety. I am playing Finn today. My pronouns are she, they, but Finn's pronouns are they, them, and I am playing the Monday.
Hello, people inside of the computer. I am Julie, otherwise known as Julie CL, and today I will be playing the monstrous Lore Werwick. They, he pronouns, our angry twink. And we'll leave it at that for now. Oh, Lord. Hi. It's gonna be like this all stream long. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Pixel, P-Y-X-E-L, they, them. I am the Emotional Damage PhD. You can find me everywhere on the internet under that name, and today I will be running this game as the Keeper. Hurrah.
Hello, I am Fish Finley. I'm Fish. You can find me as Fish Finley all over the interwebs. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a very fun time. The biggest thing that I'm doing is that I'm on the board for the Crit Awards. We're doing our vote verification process now, but all of our finalists will be announced at the beginning of June, and then you can vote for who you think should get a Crit Award. That'd be pretty cool. Also, I do digital art. My commissions are also open right now, so feel free to check out all of my socials for that information. I am going to be playing Taffy Worthen, the Chosen, who is just struggling. Constantly. My character's pronouns are they, she, and my pronouns are they, them.
Does anyone have any last things to say before we get started?
Time to die.
So, we are going to be playing Monster of the Week, and just as a general reminder that there are a few things that we are going to be covering in this. There will be mentions of violence, death, blood, or to a certain extent, I'm out of it, and things that you may find personally kind of emotionally painful. Hi, it's me. That said, because of the nature of this being entirely improvised, we don't know exactly where the story will go, and so there might be other themes that end up being touched upon. Because of that, your discretion is, of course, advised.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Everyone ready?
Yeah, as we'll ever be.
All right.
Ready.
I didn't bring my laptop, so if you see me reading off my phone, it's where all my information is.
Totally valid.
We open at night over a town by a river, lit brightly with gorgeous, shining globes of light. It's just past 1 a.m. at a weekend block party in Idaho Springs, Colorado. But whatever you do, don't ask them about the name being used. Townsfolk are bustling around the cobblestone streets, closed to the few cars that populate the town for the evening festivities. There is a joyful noise and revelry that echoes off the smattering of buildings in this small town. Even the strains of live music coming from the small amphitheater down by the lakeside, across from a gastro pub with a cast iron gas lantern hanging. As we pan over all this jubilation down toward the south side, where a bridge spans the river from the town, over to the main road that leads back to the highway and more urban areas of the state, we see a man. Handsome, maybe 6 feet tall, dressed in a nice aqua button-up shirt and well-ironed slacks. His dirty blonde hair is slicked and combed back, but very stylishly parted. He staggers slightly as he walks back to the bridge, making his way back from the far side, that town side, to the celebration center in this town itself. He stops for a minute, taking a sip out of a glass bottle in his hand, and takes in the flora drifting gently down the river as he leans against the railing of the bridge. A slight breeze skims over the water, the only chill in the warm spring air. The sound of footsteps pulls him from his reverie, and we see a woman in a pristine white sundress walking from the town side across the bridge. Her black hair, long and shining, falling in a curtain down one side of her face and body in front of her, and a simple medical-type mask over her nose and mouth. Her skin is fairly pale, in fact belied by the pure linen of her dress, which falls to just above her ankles and unshod feet. As she passes by the man, their eyes meet, but for a moment, his green ones widening as they connect to hers, a shining, brilliant blue. Her face wrinkles in a cheery smile behind the mask as she continues onward, and the man quickly drinks the rest of his drink for courage, and swallows and steels himself to be bold. "Excuse me," he calls out gently from the water's edge. The woman stops and turns back to him. I just... "Do you think I'm pretty?" she interrupts, tilting her head to the side and her hair rolling smoothly like a curtain of satin with gravity. Her smiling, monolithed eyes, brighter blue than his shirt, twinkle in stark contrast against the pale skin and the black mask. He chokes on his stammer, unable to believe how quickly his burden has been eased, and takes confidence from the question. I do, she says. He says, words more firm now. "Very much, I do." The woman takes 2 steps closer to him, reaching a hand up to her ear and quickly unwinds the loop of her mask and pulls it down. "Even now?" she asks softly. The camera cuts away, pulling back to the lakeside as the band hits the climax of its closing number. A roar of applause echoes from the crowd, and the band, led by a woman with short black hair and similarly blue monolithed eyes, begins to take their bows. However, a blood-curdling scream echoes out across the night. The crowd hushes instantly, and a woman runs up to the amphitheater, blood on her hands as she points back down to the south. And immediately, the woman from the stage jumps down and sprints into the less well-lit streets. As she does so, the camera snaps back to the bridge, where the man and woman are no longer present. Or, at least, not entirely. There is a growing pool of blood on the ground, pouring out in a deluge from the man, bisected, on the bridge. His eyes are frozen forever, in shock and horror, staring up at a clear night sky. As the camera moves away from his ruined corpse, we see a trail of drag marks in the blood pool, pulling away from the body across the bridge to the road beyond. As we pull away from the scene, now with voices beginning to grow and swell in horror and panic, as the concert attendees see this horrific sight, the din grows to a cacophony until there is a sharp crash, the report of a shotgun. But we are no longer on this bridge. We are in the forest not too far away, in a house, abandoned and rotted, the furniture and wood already ruined before the spray of buckshot blasts into another hole in the wall. We see a massive, hulking figure with a reptilian snout covered in gray scars and corded muscle, mottled gray skin almost scale-like, its fingers ending in hooked, razor-sharp claws. We see a few spray patterns of buckshot across its hide, smoking and sizzling with a horrid hiss, like something in them is burning still. If this creature cared about the burning or the bleeding or the acrid smell, it doesn't show it. Instead, turns attention to the wielder of the shotgun who just missed their last shot, its yellow eyes slitted in hatred at them. Grace, will you please describe Finn for us, as this demon that you all have been hunting for the last week has now given you all of its attention? As Finn, please describe Finn for us.
Finn cries. No.
Thanks, reaction.
Real.
Yeah, Finn is a like 5'4" ish, wearing a hoodie, wearing like a blue hoodie, glasses, kind of short. I realize I'm just describing a short version of our friend Hannah. Sorry, Hannah, I love you. Short brown hair, glasses, got it pulled back a little bit just so it's out of their face. Wearing a blue hoodie. Sees this creature and immediately is just like, Finn cries a little bit.
Yeah, it turns at you, having just you fired the shotgun and it missed, and it is now ready to lunge at you. And as it does so, I need you to make a roll for me. I believe, forgive me everyone, this is my first time running Monster of the Week, so I'm still learning some of the basic moves. There should be one that is like, it's one of the ones... No, there's a specific, I think it's act under pressure here.
Act under pressure, so
While
a cool
you were looking
roll.
it up,
Yeah.
we did just get our first donation.
Hey!
Thank you so much, Michael. Would you mind putting in chat who you want to roll on the calamity table?
Michael.
Oh, no.
Michael.
She is.
Is it my Michael? I swear to God.
You also have a Michael?
I
Whose Michael
believe
is it?
so.
Whose Michael is it?
Which Michael?
Michael S.
Oh,
Who's
nope.
coming in as, it's a guy named Mike.
Nope.
That could be anybody. That could be any Mike.
Incredible. Also,
Identify yourself, Michael.
Whitney, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Whitney! We love you!
Love you.
Okay, yeah, so, yes. And then, yes, do tell us who you want to roll on the calamity table. Gonna give it to my own player, Julie.
Oh my God!
Make a roll for me, my
Terminal
dear.
days.
All
Okay,
right,
so
calamity table.
We're
Is
gonna
it a D100?
We're gonna do a D100, and then we're going to do some math. I know, icky, gross, but I only wrote up to 50.
Yes.
So we're doing the best we can.
Very
We've
funny
got.
if you got
Can we switch to the box of doom, Cam?
Oh my God! It's the first.
We have a box of doom,
First
and it's
roll.
the ace
Thank you,
flag.
PAX-East. Woo! That is a 35.
35.
Wait, these
That's
both
not
D10s?
us. That's 2d10.
It's either way. This is the tens place. It still works. 35.
Okay, so now 35 divided by 2,
17.5.
17.5.
Are we
Now,
rounding up?
Do you want 17 or do you want 18? You can't know what it is.
I can't know 17 or 18. I said lucky 7, so
I am
let's
a
say
fear.
17.
All right, 17. Oh, jeez. You grow a third usable and movable eye for the remainder of the session.
I do?
Yes.
Before my character's even been introduced?
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Your character.
We'll resolve that in a moment.
Cool.
Grace, I do need you. Finn, I need you
you
to
for the
act under
dono.
pressure, so roll plus cool for me.
I have a -1.
Phenomenal start.
I did not make a cool little guy. I'm
didn't
so
either.
sorry.
What do we got here?
8.
8. Okay.
I think that's a mixed success.
Yes, on an 8, the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay. So this hulking sort of like almost bipedal crocodile type demon takes a lunge at you, and as you attempt to get out of the way here, I think you manage to avoid at least getting chomped in half, but it is going to take these razor sharp claws along your shoulder, and there is just a tearing against here as blood kind of pours out a little bit. You are going to take 1 harm from that. Once it goes through, it kind of it used so much force it crashes into the wall for a second and turns back around, and as it does so, it takes a look over at the other nearest figure. Julie, would you please describe lore for us?
Oh, man.
And how this new third eye manifests with Lore Werewolf.
Lore Werwick is a former cashier, a angry twink with shock white hair like the moon, and dark eyes
with bags underneath them from terrible nights of sleep from the monster inside of them. And they say, "No, not yet. You're changing me again." And first, Lore grabs their forehead, and an eye appears underneath their bangs. "What are you turning me into now?" "No!" I cover it with my bangs. But I think I want to, perhaps as the muscle of the group, as the monstrous, try and kick some ass.
All right, tell me how you kick some ass.
Well, this anger starts to channel inside me, and I say, "Must destroy!" And my arm shoots forward and becomes werewolfian. You know, the word werewolfian, like it, growing abnormally large compared to the rest of my twinkie frame. Muscular, furry, with claws, I thrust it at the monster.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, roll kick some ass as you shoot your arm out, and it spans the distance as it grows, and it just doesn't, it like sees it coming in its eyes, like getting narrow at you. Go ahead and roll.
And as the monstrous, I can roll weird when making a kick some ass roll.
Okay,
Hell
roll plus weird.
Roll plus weird.
This is a, oh boy, it's a 7, because my weird is plus 3.
That is an awful roll.
Nice.
My weird is plus 3 though.
On a
so-
7, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So this shoots forward. This arm, the same size as its own corded, muscular, scaled arm, shoots forward, and it almost mirrors you back, like two giant anime fists like punching against each other. You both kind of like scratch across the other's face, and yours tears along its sort of reptilian jaw along the lower, and there's like bleeding along the underside of its snout now. And this one comes across and just hits you square in the chest as you're like pushing against it. And as it does so, you fly backwards, and there's like a puncture mark from its claws in your upper chest as well. You're going to take a point of harm.
Ugh.
Now, as we're resolving that, Grace, you've got a calamity roll
Oh,
that
no.
we need to resolve.
Oh,
Who's responsible
yeah,
for
please.
this?
All
did it.
right, so
Who
this
did it?
is Hell Jumper 4077.
Oh my god, that's one of mine.
That's one of yours.
That's one of my
Hello, Hell
followers.
Jumper.
Oh my god.
79.
Oh,
So
so
now
close to
divided
being nice.
by 2.
Is
30.
39. Well, it's 39.5. 38.5.
38.
So do you want it to be 38 or 39?
We'll make it 38.
All right, 38. You gain 1 insight to the monster.
Oh.
Wow, that's really good.
Okay.
Thank you, Hell Jumper.
Now, here's my question, because
That's
as you all
really
probably
early
guessed,
too. Hell yeah.
this is one thing. Hold that, because this monster is not the main monster. This is your character introduction.
Gotcha.
So hold that.
Save it for the better monster.
And you get to. So we'll hold that for later. Okay. As Lore, you go slamming back. You careen backwards and stumble into a. Well, actually, Fish. Why don't you tell us a little bit about our dear Taffy?
So Taffy is wearing a little turtleneck sweater and some jeans, and they look like a very standard like if you saw them out in the wild, they just look like a normal person, but they look very nervous at any given point in time. They've got long black hair and like a bunch of cute little freckles, and like a kind of almost green shimmer on their eyes, and they're do look very, very nervous at any given point in time. But they're sitting here staring at this monster. I've chosen this actor. This is where we're at. I wasn't expecting this to be the voice that comes out of my mouth, but we're here. So they're staring at this monster, and they've all throughout their life had this knack for like pulling energy from stuff around them, whether or not they wanted to. And so in this moment here, they're trying very hard to focus on directing that pull to be from this monster, and want to maybe help heal their friends and channel that over. And so they are very nervously standing as grounded as they can, and just like really like staring and focusing at this monster. And it looks like they're trying to like play tug of war with nothing in the air, as they're trying to physically pull energy from this creature and funnel it into their friends in the hopes that that will help them heal and be more apt and able to fight this thing.
And just for the audience, Taffy is which archetype?
Oh, Taffy's the chosen.
Yeah.
She didn't ask for this. She was living her life, just like a normal. Like I said, this is the accent.
I got you.
It's like a normal Colorado girl.
I don't know where I'm from, but I was just living my life. And like they've always been a little bit more resilient than all of their friends and stuff. But then anytime they got really hurt, it always ended up being a detriment to the people around them. And they figured out that they have this weird ability to just like pull energy, and now they need to really focus on it or they could hurt people. And they're really mad about it because they didn't ask for this.
This is wonderful. Yeah, as Lore comes crashing back into you, you kind of like brace yourself and just like hold him up, and then you just see as one of Taffy's hands reaches out. Go ahead and roll magic for me, plus weird.
Okay, magic plus weird. Let's see, how do I... We're all learning together today.
Yes.
So...
2d6 extra weird.
2d6.
Oh wait, oh no! It didn't happen. That's not it.
That's not it. Okay, I gotta do it for real now.
Box of Doom.
Box of Doom.
Box of Doom.
It's happening right now.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
Ace pride, baby.
Alright.
That is a 3 and a... something. There's nothing on this face.
That's the one.
Oh. I got 4 plus 2, so 6.
6. That is a failure.
Yay.
So on a miss, you lose control of the magic. This never ends well.
Love that for me!
So this is just a moment.
I'm just gonna kill my friends today.
Taffy reaches out and tries to pull something out of this monster, but as it does, you're not separating properly this path into Lore, and instead you pull from both of them. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the monster. You are going to take 1 harm.
No!
The power, the monster inside of me.
So let's see. Effects. I want to change your side effects. Yeah, inflict harm. That's gonna be that
I've
one.
given a gift to Dan, and I'm regretting it immediately.
Can
You've
I
given a gift to us all.
Can I, seeing this, do a what could go wrong?
Hold on to that for 1 second.
No, because I have a thing that reduces harm to somebody else.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I'm playing the mundane. I keep forgetting where the camera is over there. I feel like that Pedro Pascal meme is like, you should know this too.
That's not the one that I have in mind. I'm your daddy. That's
I have the make your own kind
Yeah,
of
so,
music one.
Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You can spend your hold to inflict 1 harm, reduce somebody's harm suffered by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. I'm going to go over, see whatever wild magic crazy stuff is happening right now, and be like, oh no, the twink, and shove Lore out of the way.
Okay, does this take? Do you take the harm to yourself then in doing so?
It says I hold 2. It doesn't say that I take the harm.
Okay.
If you want to say I take the harm?
No, if it just says hold 2, hold 2. Okay. Yeah, so like it starts to go wrong, and you can feel this like necrotic pull out of your back, like something is being pulled out of you. It's very uncomfortable. And suddenly like you feel it going wrong, and you start panicking. Suddenly just a thud as charging from across the room, like Finn just shoulder checks into you.
Body checks
As
me
you
up.
3 sprawl out onto the floor with the monster still charging and hulking over to you. Belladonna. How do you handle this catastrophe of a situation?
Help is on the way, dude.
No, I just really quick, I love the idea that like the way you like stop that flow is just to body check me to the ground.
Just
They're mundane. They don't know how to stop magic. You just use oops, shoulder run.
No, it's perfect.
Belladonna looks sharp. Hair pulled back into a nice, tight, sleek ponytail, edges perfectly.
ma'am.
Nice curly, big, whatever size you're thinking, like triple it. Curly ponytail. She is wearing a tailored cream button up top with some nice pinstripe knits and some suspenders that you're pretty sure are sewn with gold string. She's looking sharp. She's looking hot. She just has a look of what the fuck just happened.
we made 3 disasters, and then there's Lexi. I love it.
Immediately just goes behind her back and whips out a sawed-off shotgun. All right, I guess I have to.
That's the position of that, though. The weird, creepy magic, body checking, just like, all right.
Gun! I use
Okay.
my special power. Gun!
Belladonna, kick some ass
I
for me.
cast-
Roll plus tough as you take your shot at this charging creature.
Plus tough. That is +2.
Okay, wait.
Want your dice back here?
Fish dice cam,
going
dice cam, dice cam, dice cam.
That is a
5 +2.
that is a 7. That is a
I just
mixed
feel
success.
like every time we use the dice cam, it fucks us over.
I mean,
what
we
I
only
feel.
roll
For comedy.
with the dice cam.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
so on a 7, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So the shot up.
Knockback just.
No. I'm gonna make you look cool for it.
Oh,
you just
okay.
gave us a cool fucking description, and we're gonna roll with that. So you take the shot, and it's like still charging at them, and it sees its opportunity. It smells blood in the water as the 3 of them are like tumbling to the ground, and you take a shot, and it just like actually like hits it against the jaw. Y'all are hitting its jaw a lot. It doesn't like that. You can see it like smashing, but now there's like blood flying from the wounds on it. It's like more pellets, and as you can see the pellets go in, like there's smoking and steaming. You all are using like cold iron, but specifically for this in each of your shotguns, because you are hunters and you know what you're doing. And as it does, it like slams into the wall for a second, and it like leans back up, and it is instantly, because of that, lunges right at you.
Ah, shit.
Because what it does is it like springs off the wall, like it barely loses momentum. It goes boom, boom, and as it does so, you're not even ready for it. As it slams into you, almost like a mirror of Finn shoulder checking the other two. You slam back into the wall, and as you do so, you take 1 harm. As you bounce off against the wall, right next to you, there's your last hunter figure with you, Arnett.
What
Please
if there wasn't?
what if
Arnett
wasn't?
what if Arnett just left? Arnett.
Arnett's getting snacks.
I'm out.
Please describe Arnett for us as Belladonna slams into the wall next to you, and this hulking creature now stands over the 2 of you.
Arnett is so useless right now. They are standing up on the wall. They've got kind of shoulder-length hair, about the same color and length as mine, but they're much taller than me. They're about 6 feet tall, more masculine, leaning androgynous features. They're wearing a green button-up, dark green pants, brown shoes, brown belt, and they're like on their phone, like trying to call friends. They are the Flink. They have a group that they stay in really good contact with. It's called KISS, Noah's Interconnected Supernatural Species.
I love their music.
I love their music too. Yeah, they're amazing. However, there's like no service down here, so Arnett's freaking out. They're like, oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna pause for a second. We have another calamity roll. We'll resolve that soon, but we've raised $105. Which means our matching gift from Alex Reinhardt. When I have some actual service at this table, I'm going to put that in, meaning we've raised $205. Thank you so much.
Great start, right? Like 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
So much more can go wrong. So much more can go
Arnett
wrong.
is just like,
We haven't even started yet.
and so they take a knife out of their pocket and they're going to throw it.
You're gonna throw it.
They're gonna throw it. It is specifically a throwing knife. They're not super great with it. They're not super bad with it.
Okay. This is a kick some ass roll. Go ahead and roll plus tough for me as you like just like pull out this knife with this thing like almost breathing down your face, breathing like dripping blood and drool into your face. You whip the shot into them. That is
This is,
a.
7.
Is that a 7? What is,
Is that a 6?
this is
I'm assuming
a.
that's the 6.
I believe that is indeed the 6. Yes.
Woo! All
So that is a 7 plus
So
plus
use
tough.
total
dice, kids.
8.
That is an 8. That is a mixed success. So you are going to inflict harm on each other. So as this.
I think maybe like I said, I'm not super practiced in throwing knives. So as I go to throw it, I accidentally stab myself in the shoulder.
You proposed that, and you described yourself like not as like suave and cool, so I will totally allow
It's
that.
amazing. That is,
so
you just described Arnett, not suave and cool.
I think how this goes is you go to throw it, and as you throw it, it actually cups up across your hand and just leaves this like gash in it. So take 1 harm for me as this. At this distance, like despite the fact that you hurt yourself with it, your aim is true, and it goes right into the nostril of this thing directly in front of you. And there's just this sudden burst of steam and blood. as it sprays back on you, just like as it's sizzling, and it reaches up and it starts like crashing backwards, trying to get this this knife out of its nostril, and so you just rip it out and throw it to the floor, and it clatters across. Lore, what do you do as this knife, like, it's standing there, and you get back to your feet from this like crashing of body?
I stand up from this pile of my friends, and I say no more.
I've had enough.
And
And
what do you do?
we're gonna kick some ass.
Tell me how
my
you're
friend.
kicking some ass.
From the lower position as it's reeling back, I want my arm to uppercut it, morphing as it goes up, and ideally impaling it
Okay.
through its abdomen.
Yeah, absolutely kick some ass for me. That was weird for you.
I will protect Armin and Mikasa.
Oh shit! So that is a 10 on the die. Did you say what?
13, because I have
13.
+3.
Tell me how.
+3.
Because I'm a werewolf.
Lore, tell me how. Julie, tell me how Lore absolutely destroys this thing.
Let's go.
All right. As my arm shoots upwards towards the chest of the monster, it starts partially transforming once again. The claws start to come out, the muscle starts to build, and then it all condenses when it collides with the abdomen of the monster. The power builds and it fully transforms, shooting up through the monster's abdomen and out its back.
Yeah, there's this like burst of blood out its back. Like it's like it pulls the knife and then it clatters to the floor, and it's like looking for its next target. But by the time it finds anything, it whips back, and you're already there. And there's just a sort of sound as you feel this warmth going all down your arm as this odd, sickly green-brown blood is like pouring down it, and it just burst out the back. And you feel in your hand like a piece of bone in your hand, like you're holding it, not like piercing it, like you're holding it. And as you do, this thing like just starts like shaking, and it starts to steam even more. And all the places where you all have shot it or stabbed it with your particularly not enchanted, but like the cold iron. We're cold iron, salted weaponry, like this kind of thing. Yes, I'll pull this straight from Supernatural. I don't care. Keep it simple. Starts to like hiss and steam, and the steam it starts thickening into smoke. And as this thing starts to burn away from where you put your arm through it until it begins evaporating, there's this last final bestial scream of just, and it is gone. You all have survived your last monstrous encounter.
You couldn't have done that sooner?
I was trying. I just couldn't escape the curse
Try harder!
of my blood. Hey, come on. We did our best here.
That's like 3 years off my sentence, right?
I'm not the boss here. I think we all need to
I'll say
shower up,
3.
though.
Yeah, Taffy just kind of climbs to her feet and is like,
I feel like that's good behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm helping. I'm doing good. I didn't hear any of you guys, I think. I'm helping. I'm doing my due
hey,
diligence
it's more
for
than I
society.
did, so.
How far away are we from the nearest shower? Because I think we all got sprayed in some...
Yeah.
You know
I
how
like
much
green
this
this shirt
sweater.
alone is?
I like this sweater.
I just know your shirt takes our entire budget, and the gold in your pants?
You're acting like I used your money.
We're supposed to work together. We could all have guns.
Look, I'm the one who gave you guys bank cards. It's not my fault you don't want to use them.
All right, who's driving?
I'll
My
drive.
license got revoked last year.
Arnett climbs in
Yeah.
and ignition up.
Yeah, so you all
Seatbelts, everyone. Seatbelts.
you all filter outside of this abandoned, like completely like terrible, condemned shack that you tracked this monster down to, and outside there is just a red pickup truck. It is fairly in well condition, though obviously like it's seen some shit. And so you all climb in either into the back or the bed. And you would know, you passed by a town on your way over here. There was a little like bridge across the river to this small town, like not too far up the road from here before you get back to the highway.
Taffy's buckled in before you could even say anything. Like, Taffy's like, already, like safety first, guys.
I climb into the bed and say, a monster like me doesn't deserve a seat. And then I curl up in a ball.
Yeah. think you can hear Taffy actually.
I heard that. I have very sharp senses because I'm a monster.
A blanket gets thrown at your head.
I was like,
Just
Belle also jumps in the back. Just, it's not the monster thing. I just like the weight.
Yeah, they start to like head down, and it's like it's middle of the night-ish, like maybe just past like 1:30. And it takes about 15 minutes to drive out of like the back road in the woods to when you're onto like a paved road again, and you finally come to a stop. But the bridge looks a little different than when you passed by before. Like some of you barely clocked it the first time you came by. It was just sort of like there was clearly something going on, like some kind of fun little festival thing. But as you pull up to the bridge itself and like park, get out, and get ready to walk across the bridge into town, you see there's like police there, and like a row of police tape around what looks like a drying blood stain. There's like a small crowd gathered on the far side, and you see two covered. You don't know what's underneath them. They look smaller than like a regular body, but there's like two blankets, and they're pretty close to each other. Not sure what's going on.
that can't be good.
I've got a pitch. Julian needs to roll on the calamity table.
For what?
Because Steam Gorilla says
Michael!
you betrayed them at that Magic the Gathering table.
This is Michael from yesterday.
What's up? Thank you so much, Michael.
Dice cam.
And I have a second pitch
Ooh.
because we have exceeded our goal. We're at 240 of $200 raised. I think that we three should also roll on the calamity table.
Oh
because
my
we
God.
we have one, but someone said it's a secret. So, like, let's
I get a secret,
you know?
So we're all
Your time will
rolling.
come.
Okay.
I had my
So
time
Julie first.
I've done my
Me
time.
first. This is definitely a 10 and a 10s. That is a 96.
A 96 divided in half is
48.
48.
I'm good at math.
All the
Just
technology
respond
stops
first.
working.
Did you, what? Wait, I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
For how long?
All the technology? It's all computer?
So.
As written, it says all the technology stops working.
You know,
So-
the vehicle that we're in actively right now.
Well, technically, it's parked.
Michael!
Good news. So you. Thank you, Michael.
God damn it, Julie. This is your fault.
I'm
because I
going.
made a
I'm
joke
going
at
to
a
take
Magic the
this.
Gathering table
As you
yesterday.
step onto the bridge, there's suddenly a flickering of all the lights in the town,
Oh my God!
Blackout, baby!
and you watch them, and suddenly they all go out. It's not pitch black. There are hung globe lanterns that clearly have some kind of flame in them still hanging. So there is like a bit of flickering candlelight of sorts behind, like like big paper globes. Now, Arnett
Get flashlights.
and Belladonna, you both go to check your phones because you need to check your phone,
I'm
and
consistently
you are
online.
always like needing to check in with Max. Your phones are dead.
Shit.
They don't turn on. They're completely bricked.
You guys, what's going on?
That's
He's gonna be so pissed.
that wasn't our fault, right?
I mean, we just showed up. How could that be our
Well,
fault?
the electricity could be afraid of me.
I mean,
Because I'm a monster.
Sounds terrifying.
there tends to be random nonsense happening around me, whether or not I like it or not. I just want to make sure that
So we can
this
blame
wasn't me.
Now,
Speaking
Orphan
of
is
random
just-
nonsense, should you roll?
I should roll.
you should roll.
Finn meanwhile is just kind of standing like this, like, I just want a shower.
Same shit, different day for Phil.
All I want to do is shower.
All right, that is
That's a 5
Wait.
and a 4.
Wait, no,
No,
we're
no,
doing
no.
2d10.
2d10.
that
Calamity roll.
I pulled out the 2d10s and I forgot about it. Okay, 34.
All right, a 34 divided 2 is
17.
17.
fast at math. I'm dead. I'm cool and pretty.
Now,
Recreational arithmetic is the best tool for a GM.
do we want to double up? Because Julie also got this earlier.
Let me look at the chart really quickly.
Well, you
I'm
guys
gonna-
only have half the chart.
I have.
How
hold
about
on.
this? What if you just pick a number between 1 and 50? You haven't seen the chart recently, and it has grown. Go, quick, now.
49.
49.
Oh,
Damn.
High
Someone
roller.
you love is being held captive by the monster. I was on the bus having a not good time when I wrote these.
I need you to text me. I need you to text me an important NPC.
I got you.
And you tell me who they are to you.
This is going so well. I have never seen an operation go better.
Wonderful. Taffy's like.
I'm gonna die.
Well, you might not die. They might though.
Taffy,
I will still
let's
die.
Let's go ahead and tie this into the lore. Taffy,
Magic. I'm just a god.
Taffy, you actually do know this town. This is Idaho Springs. This is you know this place, and you're going to tell me why. You're familiar with this town. Okay.
Shall we roll?
Who wants to go next? Arnett or Valentine?
Dice cam.
Dice cam, dice cam.
Oh.
No. It gotta be here.
Gotta be in the tray. Gotta be in the tray.
Okay, well.
That's close enough. That is a 63.
63 divided
31.5.
is a 31.5. Do you want it to be? Well, it's the same. All right. You momentarily broke the fourth wall.
How so?
However you would like it to be.
Yeah, this is in your court. As these all the power fades around you, as your phone shuts off. How do you perceive the meta here? Just like a moment of ego death.
Guys, I'm gonna start donating more to help me out. This would suck.
Who the hell are you talking to?
You just like the rest of you just see Belladonna turn towards the river and just like there's nothing there. It's just like this plea for donations.
Are you on IG Live again?
As a reminder, friends, we're raising funds for Doctors Without Borders. You can help out everyone at this table except for Dan. I guess technically if you do calamity rolls, I wrote a really shitty calamity table, and that's helping Dan.
It's called
Speaking
Calamity Table.
of
Jess.
which,
Yes.
Arnett,
All
go ahead
right.
and give me your calamity roll.
Dice
That
count.
is a
All right.
21,
21, so
10.5.
I gain a new move from a new playbook.
Whoa.
Okay, there are good things on the calamity
Okay.
table.
Okay, so just happened to write this calamity table and roll the only good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
I'll be back.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Roll with that.
Taffy, you haven't been here in a long time, and this place doesn't hold good memories for you. This place is one that was one of the first places you had to run from after your powers awakened. And you look at this and you see this, and there's just, oh shit. And it's actually funny. You do, in fact, like now that you're like recognizing where you are, you walk a little bit towards the bridge, and you actually do recognize the officer standing there. What's his name? Please.
Donate $50.
$50 right now.
Name the next NPC.
Not this one though. Not this one. This is Sergeant Carter. He's like he's like an old cop. It's like this is not a town that has a lot of use for cops. He's more like a sheriff than anything else, and he just sort of like hangs around. So he's staring kind of perplexed at this, and he sees you for a second. And he like takes his flashlight and he's like shining it like directly down for him, so he can like make sure he's like looking. He's like, Taffy.
Hi.
Oh my God, Taffy. Get on over here.
I'm back.
Well, it's been years. What are you doing here right now?
We were just passing through, and our car stopped working, and then all the lights also stopped working.
Yeah, I don't know why this one's still going. It's a bit of a hand crank one. There's no batteries in it.
That might be why I don't know. And then we saw that, and our car stopped working at the same time, and now we're here.
Oh, it's he like now that he's like confirmed, so he puts the light away. It's already starting to flicker because you have to crank it again.
Yeah.
The magnet lights. He's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty bad.
I didn't want to be here. That's not.
Your Honor, I love Taffy.
I mean, ain't gonna say it like that, but it's
I mean, last time wasn't great, so.
I do love the fact that like
you gotta.
most of our party does not want to be doing this.
By the way, you should say hi to Fauna while you're here. I know they'd love to hear from you.
I've been writing letters, and
that'll lie.
No. They have been writing letters, but they have not been as frequent as they're trying to imply that they are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Will you? Can you roll to manipulate someone?
I would love to. I'm bad at this.
Roll plus charm.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. That's all right. So 2d6, right?
Yeah.
2d6. Right. Weak. Which is a 5 and a 5. Oh, okay.
That's a
10.
10.
Minus 1 is a 9.
9. That is a mixed success.
Let's go.
Okay.
One of the best rolls
I think
we've had.
Taffy is trying to hide in their like nervousness.
Yeah.
And like mask their lie with the
You see-
general like uncertainty.
You see Sergeant Carter like kind of look at you for a second, like, okay, well you should still go by.
Okay.
I think they'd really appreciate it. But you know, maybe wait a little. This is kind of like trying to clocks the rest of you. Kind of like stares a little bit longer at Laura's forehead for just a moment. It's like,
I've been in some weird stuff recently. Don't worry about my friends.
I'm worried. I actually, maybe y'all can help me with this. This is honestly out my pay grade.
I mean, you know me. I'm always happy to help if I can.
I don't talk to Tom.
Yeah, Taffy, do you really trust him?
I mean, he helped me last time I was here.
How'd that go?
I mean, aside from talking to Sergeant Carter, aside from talking to Sergeant Carter, it was kind of chaos. So I trust him.
Maybe we do like a one-time thing.
What's up?
What if I propose we all roll
Oh.
a d6, and if we have more than 3 5s, we do it.
More than
Is
3
everyone okay with
5s?
that? I don't know. You guys just let me start talking and then.
What do we do? What if
can't
we
stop
total? Well, hold on. There's 5 d6s, which is
Friendship.
on average 15. So if we roll higher than 15 collectively?
Bet.
Okay.
3, 6, 12, 17, and I don't know what the last one is.
Yeah.
All right, we're
5.
working with the cops.
Okay.
Cop.
Damn it.
Singular.
Yeah.
At least it's just
I
one.
mean, you guys don't have to talk to him if you don't want to. I can do the. I know I don't usually do the social. And Taffy starts like trying to stand up straight. He's like pulling on their sweater and trying to straighten up. I don't usually do the social interfacing, but I can try this time.
Arnett picks up their phone and they're like, well, I mean, I can't talk to any of the people that I usually. Besides you guys, obviously. And then they just kind of stop what they're saying as they look at you.
He's not one of mine, so I guess I don't really trust him that much.
I mean, sure. You look. I just like look. It's fucked up. That's some tours we had coming in for the festival. Cut in fucking half. Split in twain.
I think the expression Taffy has isn't one of surprise. It's just one of oh man, now we do have to help.
Yeah, Finn fully just.
It looks like they know it does this isn't weird because this is what they do, but it's yeah.
I mean, people cut people in half. It might not be an us thing.
People do not cut people
What
in
are you
half.
talking about?
That's not a normal thing.
I only do that upon request. It's not really an often request.
There is a bit of a commotion from the crowd on the other side of the river, and suddenly you see a figure come sprinting across the bridge towards the rest of you. It is a woman with shorter, dark hair, monolithed, very bright blue eyes, and she's dressed kind of very comfortably, but it looks like she has on her wrist there is a strap, and at the bottom of it is a guitar pick. And she's running up, and she's just has anyone seen Lily? I haven't. Everett, have you seen Lily? And Sergeant Carter's well, not since much earlier today. Why? It's I haven't seen her since this morning, and she's gone, and I don't know where she is. And this is she's really clocking the body now, that's there. And she's it's not. That's not. And he's no. That's some. I don't. He's not from round these parts. He's out of town. And this woman is like kind of like hearts like holding her chest like a little bit, just like
Her pearls.
not her pearls, like literally just like her heart is like stuttering.
Hey, we might have a way to track things by scent, miss. If you have an item of Lily's, we could probably track her down.
Kathy nods enthusiastically.
Yeah, we have a really good tracking dog.
I'm sorry. Who the hell are you? We're the. Oh my God, Taffy. This you have a distinct recollection of her. This is Andrea Tachibana. She is one of two sisters, her and Lily. Lily has much like she would keep her hair much longer. They had like moved to town like right when you were leaving. You don't know either of them very well. You remember like a few things about them. Actually, will you read a bad situation for me?
I would love to read a bad situation. Is that 2d6 as well?
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. Don't do that. Hold on to that thought. I got ahead of myself.
I was so close to clicking on Dice Cam.
Oh, so bad.
My bad, guys. This is my first time running Monster of the Week. That is a bit of a different description than what I wanted to be. Yeah, so like it's been quite some time. You don't know them very well, but like you do recognize her a little bit. She's like, do you know these? These are your friends? Hi, I'm Andrea. It's nice to meet you. I mean, can you?
We investigate weird things, so that's kind of our theme now.
Yeah. And she like reaches around in her pockets and she pulls out like this little this bracelet that she clearly like usually wears, but it's like took off her. What we know as the audience is the performance that she was doing. And she holds it up, and it's a very simple bracelet with a very simple lily flower, like an orange lily. She's like, this is we each have one of these. I don't here, and she like hands it to you, Lauren.
All right, I'll go take this back to our dog. And then I walk behind the pickup truck. And I use my ability, Shapeshifter, to reach my true form, gaining +1 to investigate.
Julie goes Super Saiyan.
My back starts to arch backwards and then forwards. And then my shoulders grow and then they shrink. And I shrink down into a weirdly muscled three-eyed pug. And I give the bracelet a sniff.
Investigate a mystery, roll plus sharp.
With a +3, that is a 10.
That is a 10. Okay, hold 2.
I think we all have to go collectively.
It took me a sec to register the word pug. Like I was like the feral, three-eyed, muscular, and then my brain was like, cool, werewolf. And then the word pug like settled, like friggin' like a leaf on a puddle.
I'm just so scary.
Are you pug-sized, or are you like?
I can literally shapeshift into a dog.
Okay.
And for Laura, it's a pug. Which now is 3 eyes.
Three-eyed pug.
The pug is like
Movable. That eye
train.
can go wherever you want it.
It's staying here.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty weird anywhere
All right.
else.
So hold 2. You have 2 to spend on these. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can it hurt? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I want where did it go and what sort of creature is it?
Okay. You are sniffing this, and instantaneously, you catch a scent that is similar to this orange lily wristband, and it's coming back from the bridge where you just were. And like the rest of you see is this like three-eyed pug just kind of trots up and starts sniffing around like the area, the bridge, the blood, and and like the body itself, and it is all over. This smell, it's all over here, and there's something weird about it. And because you're also doing like what sort of creature is it, and it is a full success, I'm gonna give this to you. It's not right. It's not like this person was physically here. But something was here that smelled like that. But it wasn't. It's not like they were all the way here. And as you're sniffing around, you can see this like dragging in the blood. Like it looks like something dragged. You can't tell what. But it goes back across the bridge and out into the forest where you just came from.
I do a dog point with my body and I go, bark, 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 bark. And then I run behind the pickup truck.
sorry, not into the forest itself. Like, as you go back to the pickup truck, you see where you like drove, and it's actually closer to like, you're still staying in the developed areas. You're not going all the way back in the forest, but there's like a convenience store gas station. That's like the next stop that would be along the way.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I point in the direction, and then I trot behind the truck, and I come back out as Lore. The dog said that way. We can stop at the gas station. There might be something there, and then beyond it, that's where the scent goes. But something is off. I don't know if this is ghost stuff or something, but it's something that was here but not here.
It's a really violent ghost if it is.
I can't explain it. I don't know.
That's a starting point.
I would like to use the not from the audience.
Yes.
Oh,
Remind me what you get an insight into the creature.
I get
correct?
an insight into the creature.
Just real quick, this is actually very important for the lore of this. Can everyone really quickly tell me your character's cultural background and or languages you speak?
Arnett is very bland.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna give you. They speak English.
Okay.
That's
I would like to think that Taffy is also very bland in like their history, but was a good, well-studied student who probably speaks like Spanish, like you're saying like Spanish, French, and English, and like the school standard level. Like they took Spanish in like elementary school, and they took French in like high school, and like this is like they have enough knowledge to like kind of navigate basically, but that's what it is.
Okay.
I'm monolingual. I only speak English.
Okay.
I think that Finn. I almost said fish. That's not my
No.
character's name.
No,
That's a
that's-
person.
That's me.
Fish
I'm
fin,
fish.
Fish fin, Lee.
Where's
Well,
the
we,
lead?
I mean, we did swap pronouns.
Yeah,
It's
true.
not pronoun.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm just taking over you now. I think Finn. I think Finn only speaks one language.
Okay.
But Finn's like me, where I only speak like one language and I speak it poorly.
Yeah. Okay. And
Mel, English and ASL.
English and ASL. Okay. And cultural backgrounds. This is important.
Practically a self-insert, so same as mine.
Okay, I'll do same as mine.
Sames. Okay.
when I said bland, I meant in every sense of the word.
I just want to be so clear. I described my character as having freckles and blue eyes. I'm also going to say that they're very Daisy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because I don't want to deal with not being Daisy, actually.
Okay, this is good to know.
We see ourselves in our characters.
We see our friends in our characters.
I love pointing at the camera. This is very fun. This is a stupid bit, but it's fun.
It's our third
your
Michael.
boy.
Monica,
It's your boy.
It's Michael. It's your Michael.
It's your
I'm
boy.
Michael.
Oops, all Michaels.
It's all Michaels.
It's Michael. I love
If you guys combine your funds, you can make the next NPC named Michael.
Wait, are three Michaels a tricle?
That's right.
Horrifying. Finn.
That's the monster.
Finn.
Hi. Hello. I have to keep remembering that's my character's name because I keep thinking my character's name is Fish and it's not.
Glub.
Finn, while you are standing there near like the body, like, do you think Finn is the type of person who would, like, their curiosity would get the better of them and like look at what's underneath the covered, like look at the covered bodies underneath?
I think Finn does so with a very resigned, just like, I guess we're investigating, alright. And just
Yeah, so you like kind of like take a look, and yeah, it's a body cut in half, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about that's like instantly like weird to you is it's not
Besides the fact that it's a body cut in half.
Besides the fact that it's a body cut in half,
Yeah, no,
it's not a
thankfully
single.
just-
It's not a single clean cut. It's not like they were pulled apart. Honest to God, it looks like someone took like a pair of scissors or something and just cut this person in half with like really large scissors. Like you can see that, and as you look at that, there's this like. It's like you're looking at that and you're thinking it's like. This is some ghost shit. Like, there are ghosts that you know.
That use scissors.
Not specifically from
That are
like
lesbians.
stories that you grew up on. Oh, Jesus.
This table,
sorry.
look, this table is too queer for this.
Is it
Wait, can we
I'm too ace for this.
Wait,
man.
you're telling me there's ghost lesbians? Lesbuins?
God, you are so proud of yourself for that, aren't you? So yeah, like
I need to leave.
you can just you just know. You look at this and you know this is a ghost, and you know more than anything else, like this is not like it's the way the cuts are formed are not made from an explicit anger. Like, you kind of get the sense that this person was just in the wrong place at the wrong time or did the wrong thing or something. Like it's not targeted, but it is specific. That's the insight you get from your hold.
Alright, interesting. Yeah, hey, this is some ghost shit.
So we
Ghost shit? What the hell, ghost shit?
we confirmed it's ghosts and we know where they are. Is there anything we need to do before we just get out there?
Shower.
Dan, I have been a ghost before.
You have been a ghost
Do
before.
I?
Do we know this?
I mean, my girlfriend resurrected me after I died in the amusement park. It's like part of my personality. I talk about it all the time at KISS. You guys never come to the meetings. It's fine. I'm not mad.
I'm trying to decide if I want you. So tell me what you do with that. Like, what do you, when hearing that this is ghost shit, what does that cause you to do?
You know, I'm not as scared about a ghost as if it were something else. Like, yeah, getting cut in half, that's a little scary, but like, we can get put back together maybe. And my girlfriend could maybe resurrect me.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking, like, do I have any additional insights to that? Would I be able to see ghosts? I don't know. Arnett changes from game master to game master.
If you would like to join Finn in looking, I will also allow you an investigate a mystery.
I would love to do that.
So that is plus sharp. As you squat down next to Finn by the body, and just try and like examine and piece together.
While this is happening, I think Taff is just trying to talk down the sergeant.
Yeah,
Like-
Thor's like that's
Okay.
an 8. Yeah, Sergeant like
It's
Sergeant Carter's like,
it's
the,
I
the
promise-
hell y'all talking
I
about?
promise we do this often. I know it sounds
Ghosts?
weird. I mean, look me. Remember the last time I was here? There was some weird nonsense. I've come to understand it a little more, and now we do this, so it's okay.
We're going to resolve this roll,
Yes,
and
go
then
for it.
I want Taffy to roll read a bad situation.
Oh boy.
So in total, it's an 11.
An 11. Okay, so you hold 2. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here? If you choose any of the 2 questions that Laura already chose, I will give you a new piece of information.
Okay. I think where did it go? Where did the monster go? And I don't remember any other question that you read because they were very fast and I latched onto that.
You have, so you did where did it go? You also have what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I like what can hurt it also.
Can hurt it. Okay. You were a ghost. You know ghosts. Ghosts are weird. They don't, like, your weapons interact with it to a certain point, but they lose efficacy versus, like, the demon that you fought. They can hit it, but it will not be at the same ability. The other thing that harms ghosts, depending, there are some ghosts whose, like, remains are unpreserved or unburied. They're in terrible places. Either destroying their body or giving their body rest properly will cause the ghost to be gone forever. It is definitely more of a consistent thing than weapons against ghosts. Where did it go? You too notice the drag tracks. Interestingly, you do note there's no other, like, there's no footprints in the book. There's just this drag. And that kind of gives you the impression that, like, you don't know what else was here. You don't know who else was here. You don't know if there were people here. You you don't know if there's something flying here. Like something about this is uncomfortable, but it is dragging, and you follow the line, and you follow the same sort of idea, and it's pulling you towards specifically the gas station itself. Not like any of the surrounding area, not like any of the convenience store gas station itself.
I'm kind of hankering for a gas station burrito right now. And they like make the weird eyes that they make when they like know something but don't want to say it out loud yet.
I think they're trying to tell us something.
Read a bad situation for me.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Nice. Oh, that I landed on a side that it doesn't have a number. Okay.
If it doesn't have a number.
No,
that's-
like I landed like this.
Oh, okay.
So I just rerolled it. There we go. Okay.
3.
3 and 3, so 6, and that would be using what?
Sharp.
Sharp. 6, 8.
8. Okay, mixed success.
Okay.
1 hold. Let's see. Yeah, hold 1. What is my best way in? What is my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What is the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims? Choose one.
Can you read those? Oh,
Even better.
For real?
Shout out to
Audio
the
processing.
storytelling
Say
squad.
what?
Just one.
Shout out to the storytelling squad for having copies of the
Are there
book.
any dangers we haven't noticed?
There's a cop right
So
in
I
front
think
of us.
basically Taffy is in the mindset of like talk this person down and also just like try to flag any immediate.
There are 2 things you note. The first of which is, I forgot my own NPC's name already.
Carter.
Not Carter. Not Carter.
Lily. Andrea.
You look at Andrea, and when you said ghost, like Andrea, like looks really concerned. Like not like especially concerned that someone said ghost, but just like the concept of a ghost like actually terrifies her. And that's not the only thing you notice. On the other side of the bridge, there is a very familiar face to you, staring back at
love
you
this
in the
screen.
low flickering light of the fiery candle globes.
What do they mean?
Stands Fauna, who is just staring at you like.
I think I look at Andrea and I'm like, oh, like you look really scared. I should talk to you. And then my eyes like dart, like they're just like kind of scanning and catch on Fauna's eyes, and I'm just like.
And you just get a look back, it's like. and they like shove their way through the crowd and just like stalk directly towards you. And you, the rest of you, see. Can you describe Fauna?
Okay. Fauna is a looks very similar in vibe and style to Taffy. That's my character's name. To Taffy. Same like energy of like a sweater and like jeans and like really casual. Has their hair in a ponytail. They're also Daisy. And they're like just very like it's like if you kind of copy and pasted a Taffy but like changed the eye color. Like it's a very
Copy
similar
the homework,
vibe.
but change it
Yeah,
just a little bit. So
yeah. It's a
easier
very
to
it's
notice.
like it's one of those situations of like when you see that 2 people are friends, you're like, oh, like I get it. Like you guys, same vibes. Like that's the energy here. Except the like the way that Taffy is reacting is like I'm about to get murked by this person.
Yeah, Fauna like comes up and just like stands in front of you, and is just staring at you like. And you see them like reach over and like poke your shoulder. Okay, you're real.
Taffy doesn't think further. Like
What the fuck are you doing here?
I don't know.
Real.
You
They're
don't.
truly all of us.
Were you gonna? Did you mean to come here? Did you mean to like say hi? Were you gonna just leave again without saying anything? Like, what is? You got anything?
No.
No.
No, I didn't mean to come here. Taffy's like, what answer can I give that won't get me murdered right now?
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
How have you been?
How have I been?
Yeah, I guess. That's what you
You just stop talking to me and you run away? And how have you been is the opening?
A lot of weird stuff happened, and I didn't want to hurt you, which I'm realizing now is probably the worst thing to say right now because you sound kind of hurt.
Yeah.
So,
You said you weren't good at like conversing with people. I kind of thought you were exaggerating.
I thought I was bad.
Oh, they get it.
yeah, these are
Our van broke down.
my friend.
All technology just isn't working.
I'm gonna start up again soon.
We've
I
been
got someone I
trying.
need to check up on.
I don't know what's up with that. That's not pleasant. Hi, I'm Fauna. I suppose I was friends with Taffy.
Damn.
Hi, Fauna. We're the Monstars.
Like Space Jam?
Come on and slam.
Arnett's trying to work out a team name because we agree that we need a team name, but we haven't agreed on what the team name should be.
Yeah, no, that's not
No
what
one
we're
else
calling
soft
it.
launch.
Hi.
So, introductions, I guess. This is Belladonna. This is Finn and Lore
Don't look at me.
and Arnett. And
We're the ghostly gay.
You just said you were the Monstars.
No.
we
soft
have,
launch.
We haven't figured out a name yet. We investigate weird shenanigans. Because a lot of us have been unfortunately thrust into weird shenanigans. And now we're here.
Weird. I'm gonna go back across the bridge now.
Is Fauna not freaked out by the dead body that's been cut in half?
Fauna is not. Fauna is so angry. It feels kind of like they haven't clocked that there's a bug.
My queen.
I'm gonna give this to you because I think this is the funniest thing to know, is that very clearly saw the crowd, came down, saw Taffy, and it was just like, what the shit, and beeline. And is now in the moment of like turning around, seeing Andrea, clocking how awful Andrea looks, and like goes up and is just kind of like, hey, what's wrong? And it's like also kind of like reaches out and like takes Andrea's hand, and it's just like, you okay? He's like, you all right? And like follows. Oh shit!
Yeah, that would be why we stopped instead of just leaving.
It's like they're taking a closer look at every single one of you now.
Covered in monster slime.
Try to put more of their hair into the bags.
Okay. I'm still mad at you. I'm gonna take care of my girlfriend and the rest of you. Yeah, we could have talked about this, except you weren't here.
Yeah, I suppose. I also lost my gender since we last talked, so.
Good to know. Happy for you. Still mad at you.
Okay, if that feels fair.
Yeah.
I think we're going to the gas station if you want to get.
If you want a
If you
glizzy,
want to.
I don't know that I want to put her in this predicament specifically.
And sorry, as you say, like, you want to go to the gas station, Lily's face, like, scrunches. Lily's like, I do not want to go anywhere near that creek.
There's a creek.
Oh, Jesus,
I
yeah.
think before we get into that, now's a really great time to go to break because there's some announcements happening. And also, we're humans and we need to do human shit.
Says you.
My friends, in the chat right now, you can go to our charity link. You can donate
Charity link?
to Doctors Without Borders, an amazing organization that is not nationwide. They are worldwide, helping people that are affected by disasters and conflict. Palestine right now, everyone knows that the world is kind of in shambles, right? It sucks. But you can help people that need help by donating to this charity stream to Doctors Without Borders. You can also also help the people at this table because our rolls are kind of trash.
Yeah.
Y'all have been rolling real bad.
Yeah, we're trying very hard.
One
It
full
only
success.
costs $25 for an auto success. You can also fuck it up with chaos rolls, so do whatever you want. We're gonna be back in about 5 minutes or so. Until then, bye-bye. Hello everyone and welcome back. I am so mad at the announcer that decided to start talking as soon as I decided to start talking. What's their deal?
Twice
wow. We are live right now from PAX-East in the LAN Fest Charity Stream Zone. We are supporting Doctors Without Borders, an amazing organization that does so much good in the world for people who are affected by disease, conflict, war, and so many other terrible, terrible things. They're in 70 different countries across the globe.
That's so many.
That is a lot. It's more than 2, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
While you
I
are
don't know if I
on
can even count that high.
while you're on our Twitch, you'll see that we have a donation link. It goes to our donor drive page where all donations go straight to Doctors Without Borders. While you're there, you'll see that you can affect our game with rerolls, with auto successes. You can name the next NPC, or you can give us some chaos. So far, all the technology has stopped working because of a calamity roll. Julie's character has a third eye, and a lot of other weird, silly stuff has happened. So please feel free to give us some more calamity for the table. With that being said, I do want to give a shout out to Alex, who is our matching gift sponsor for the day.
Thank you, Alex.
Alex Reinhardt matched the first $100 that was donated today, which is absolutely fantastic. And so far, we've raised $240. Woo! God, wouldn't it be sexy to get to like an even 300?
That would
I
be
know
so
that
cool.
actually
Can't think of anything
240 is
sexier.
even. However, 300 is even more fun. With that being said, should we do like a little recap?
Yeah.
Should we do it in character, or should we have Dan do it for us?
I will run us through the beats very quickly.
Amazing.
Just for
Speed
time's
run, let's
sake.
go.
Previously
So-
on Avatar.
Previously on Avatar, no, Legend of Korra, because it has to be that way.
Avatar is in danger.
I love Korra. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome back to Monsters of the Week. By the way, the
Wait,
name...
did you just say monsters as in plural? Because I don't
No
like
comment.
that.
You
There's a
started on a
monster
monster. You started
There
on
were
a
plural
monster.
monsters.
By the way,
We have more than one monster.
by the way, just in case anyone missed it when I sent it in the Discord message, the title of this particular one shot is "Smile for Me." So
I hate that.
yeah, as well you should. A what?
I suddenly really don't want to see that guy at the gas station.
When we opened the story at a night festival, 2 people were on the bridge. Suddenly there was a scream, and when people arrived, there was just a man cut in half bleeding out on him. Meanwhile, our monster hunters were taking on a crocodilian behemoth in an abandoned shack, and after some shenanigans and some badassery, they were able to take it down and defeat it. And as they made their way back into town, all the technology shut off as they arrived on the scene of this bloody crime in which they have met the well-meaning old sheriff, Everett Carter. I don't think I gave you his first name. His first name is Everett. I did say it at least once. The sister of someone who was missing, a woman named Andrea Tachibana, missing her sister Lily, and a old friend of our dear Taffy's, a person named Fauna, who is Andrea's girlfriend. Or Andrea is their girlfriend, their partner. And you discovered after some investigation you were likely dealing with some kind of ghost, and that whatever was here has gone in the direction of the gas station, just down the road a little ways, and you can see it from here. And as you mentioned going there, Andrea said, I don't want to go anywhere near that creep, and that is when we cut to break.
So to pick back up exactly where we left off, there's a creep.
Andrea like shakes her head. Dean. Absolute. Used to make weird faces at my sister whenever he comes into town. It's just awkward.
Does he have any other family members? Anybody who miss him?
What?
Anybody named Sam?
No, there's nobody named. Let me double check that.
Wait.
Did I put anyone named
We actually
Sam?
just hopped into the world of supernatural,
in
guys.
this?
We're just here
there are no Sams in this story as I wrote it.
But you can name an NPC
It's
Sam.
okay.
You can
Okay,
name an NPC Sam and
Steve.
get us sued in perpetuity by the CW. Please don't do that.
Please do that.
They don't know it's not a Winchester.
They don't know. Well, they're
Well, they know
they're not a
now.
Winchester. I want to be very clear about that.
So why would they
Dean
do it?
Winchester would never.
Steve Winchester would never. But he would just stare after my sister and like follow her around sometimes. I mean, he's harmless, but he's absolutely just gives me bad vibes.
This is Andrew's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've killed people for less.
I mean, that's real suspicious. I don't like
The
that.
sheriff really is like looking at you like kind of like
In Minecraft?
It's
Okay,
okay. We've got a close.
it's Minecraft.
We've got a watchful eye on her. She kills for good. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Taffy, I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's probably smart. Yeah.
All right.
You know the people who hire me are not good, right?
Okay, but we try to be. So that counts.
I'll let you have this one.
Thanks. Anyway, so Dean.
He runs, and this fauna responds to you this time. It's like he runs the gas station. He's, I mean, like, I really don't like him, but he's just over there all the time. It's his job, and you know, he never really comes in to hang out with people. It's just he's who he is.
Y'all three have fem characters, right? Fem presenting for the
Yes,
most part?
yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make eyes at you and say, do you wanna be a mean attack pug?
I can be a mean attack pug as long as we're all okay with having a monster in our midst.
That's at this like, fauna just kind of looks at you. It's like that is like the fourth time you've said that, and I've only been here for 5 minutes.
I just think everybody should know.
Just go get the dog.
I'd like to think that as you say that, like the spotlight that's directly above me, like lights up like a freaking spotlight on top of my head, and then like frizzles out again. As Taffy is, because Taffy, look, you say it. Taffy's also thinking it, and I feel like this is one of those moments where Taffy's like passively doing the energy thing.
I hate to split the party on you, Dan. Look,
Split the party.
my suggestion
No,
is
Dan's too excited. Dan's too excited. No.
Y'all are gonna die.
the two androgynous / mask presenting folks go and deal with the creepy man so the Fems don't have to deal with it.
I like this.
Oh, I
plan.
want to do it.
I love this plan.
Fems. Oh,
I want to do it.
I feel like I
I have a sawed-off
time
shotgun.
right now, so I
And a
am
bat.
cool with that.
all right. Great to meet you. We're gonna get some burritos now. Bye.
Do you want anything? Soda? Hot dog?
Andrew's just like staring at you, like gestures at the body on the ground.
I don't think he wants anything.
You can't
Soda.
solve a mystery on an empty stomach.
It's important to stay hydrated.
I'll get you some chips.
She turns to Fauna and is like, I need to go. And Fauna's just like, okay, I'm gonna take him back across the bridge and I'll come back. Just stay right here.
I can do that.
I'm still mad at you.
I feel like it feels fair.
And Everett tries it. So they wrote you letters. And Fauna just stares at you like, letters plural or letters singular?
I didn't enunciate very well when I was talking to the sergeant.
And Everett's just like, oh, tab. Tab.
You know, okay.
So, here's what happens. You see Fauna take Andrea back across the bridge and go off towards like the town itself back to it. Three of you making your way over to the gas station. What are the two of you doing?
Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I do want to talk about it, but also we should kind of connect with something. That, points at the body. And
It's my body.
yeah. Do you have any like inkling as to what we could do here? How I didn't expect to see people I know today or ever.
Let's see what I got. I don't know.
I mean, maybe we like see if there was like those drag marks, drag marks.
Doing great.
Is there any way to figure out like what might have made these like more specifically?
So I wrote in Finn's little blurb that Finn works at a bookstore currently. Could I don't know what the fuck role that would be, but...
Roll for bookstore?
Roll for bookstore.
Roll for book.
I think...
Can I investigate a mystery?
So I think at this point, this current area, there's not much more you're going to get out of the evidence there. You could go other places, or maybe see if you can ask about town.
We can also follow them further into town, so Fauna has to walk less to come back.
Are we just gonna leave the trap there, or
I mean, it's not working.
this fair? All right.
I love that we're splitting the party so far with no communication lines. Excellent.
It's
Too
okay.
happy. I hate a happy
here's
GM.
the other component here, right? The two of us have so little muscle.
Yeah, that was a question
Two of your
displayed.
toughest people are leaving.
Literally.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
We'll see how
Maybe
this
I should have
goes.
stayed.
This is fine.
We'll see how this goes. It's
This
fine.
is fine.
We have our healer and
we
our
left our-
bookstore worker together.
Yeah.
We left our two little guys.
You say healer. I'm very bad at healing. I hurt you as I tried to heal
We
you.
have our halfler and our
So we're going into town.
Yes.
Going into town.
I think specifically trying to stay along the route between where Fauna would probably be and another way.
Do y'all tell us that you're going, or
I mean,
we assume that you're staying right outside?
I mean,
That'd be so
I think it
funny
just
if we
depends-
said nothing.
I think it just depends if you leave before we wrote to say anything. Like, do you go, oh yeah, we're gonna go check it out, and then dip immediately, or do you wait until Fauna?
I'm still waiting for
Yeah, roll a-
convenience
roll a-
store orders.
Roll a 50-50 on this one.
Heads for we leave without saying anything, and the other one for not fucking fuck.
Okay, you leave without saying anything. Yeah, they're already gone. Y'all have like booked it over. Like, dude, I think what happened is like you mentioned like Andrea mentioned there's a creepy motherfucker, and Bella just like fucking ready to square up.
All right. Again, I've killed for less.
And you all are just like, oh shit, well, we gotta go too. So the three of you already booked in. Two of you now go into town. There is like still a bit of a gathering. There was a festival going on. There's a crowd on the other side, and then it turned to like it kind of like.
So nuts.
And then it kind of
going
like
on?
the
We're having a
crowd.
time.
The crowd has kind of like dispersed once you get on the other side. The town itself is gorgeous. Like Idaho Springs is a lovely little like. Most of the town is on this one large cobblestone street, and there's a whole bunch of like townhouse like countless outlets with like very unique stores. There's a record store, there's a dispensary, there's an art shop, like, and down on the far end is like this like tavern with a big cast iron lantern over it. You see like a park over by the lake with the amphitheater where like we saw in the preamble. That's not the right word, but bullshit. Where like
But like the beginning bit?
yeah.
Yes.
I mean it was the right word, but it wasn't the word I was looking for. And so you like make your way through town, and it's like kind of like getting the feel of it. It's been several years for you since you've been here. It hasn't changed that much. There's a flower shop. It's a lovely, peaceful town, and like honestly, the thought of there having been this kind of violence here of any kind or anything haunted is kind of unsettling. Like
Especially since like that's kind of why I left.
yeah, you left.
Like I
here
left
protected.
so that this place didn't have to deal with riot bullshit.
Yeah, so I think maybe there's like a thread of guilt in here.
Oh, absolutely.
If between the two of you, one of you wants to investigate the mystery, the other one of you can offer to help, which is +1.
I would love to.
So,
to investigate
decide
the
who
mystery.
rolls.
What would the skill be?
Investigate a mystery +#.
Sharp. I have a +2, so I feel like Taffy would be trying to suss out a lot of info there.
Ooh, can I use oops?
Explain. Oops.
Alright, so the mundane. I love this playbook so much because all the names are fantastic. So the mundane has a move called oops, which is if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful. Although not necessarily related to your immediate problems. I love that it's just called Oops. It's just very funny.
Okay. Is that a roll or is that just
It's just a thing.
roll plus 1?
Quick question.
And I will adjudicate that as well.
What is a mystery war?
Sure.
Specific? Well, like, was that like a thing?
Investigate a mystery is a specific one of your base actions.
Oh, because I have a move where it's like at the beginning of each mystery roll.
Oh, you have a thing as the Chosen?
Yeah.
Where you get like a prophecy or whatever. You get like a premonition.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I also have something at the beginning.
Oh,
The beginning of the mystery.
Don't worry
happening
about
at the
it.
gas station.
hey, let's
Okay.
go.
I will resolve that. Yours is a vision?
Mine is connect the dots.
Okay.
At the beginning of each mystery, you look for the wider patterns that might connect current events.
Theirs would be.
I see. That was supposed to happen at the beginning of the set.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
So feel free to inflict that on me at any point.
Got you.
We'll just leave that for you to deal with.
Yeah. I can cook with that.
Yeah, just inflict trauma. But we're gonna roll sharp, right?
Yep. That is a
That's a 1 and a 3. So 4 plus 2 is 6.
Success.
If you
six is a
wanted
failure. Oh wait,
Wait,
did you have plus 1 from
7.
7?
That was almost a failure.
No, 7 is a success. 7 is a success.
Okay.
You get to ask one of these questions.
I'm also going to remind everybody we do have luck points.
You do have luck points.
How many?
We got shout out. How many do we get for those? Because usually
I'll give you 1.
I would like to do what sort of creature is it?
What sort of creature is it? You already know you're looking for a ghost.
Right.
And okay. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's how this all breaks down with all of these things.
Are you guys playing footsie together over there?
I didn't realize I was
Grab the
kicking
fan, grab the
anything
fan,
until
grab
it
the
started
fan.
kicking back. I was just kind of stretching out, and then I was like, this table leg is kicking me.
You start to walk into the town itself, and you're like looking at this place, and you just you remember like the first time your power awakened, and things started like being pulled into you, whether it was electricity, whether it was water from the grass, like air from just a room. You remember the first time that it happened. The first time it did happen, there was like this flash in your brain of something, like events you couldn't put together. And then when later on something disastrous happened, there was like a rock slide at the nearby quarry and someone died. You realized that that was what you had seen. And it terrified you. And on top of everything else, it was too much to take. In this moment, there's this flash. And it's jumbled, but you get a few things from it. There is, you see two figures struggling. You see, there's like the sound of like someone screaming, "No, don't, get away." There is a flash of metal, but there's a spurt of blood. It's all you can like put together. There's a body lying on the ground, and you see something push itself out of the body. It looks like the same figure as the body. The body, you know, like it's like this hurts, by the way. This is like pressing into your brain. You see this figure, pale, not translucent, just their skin is pale. And their hair is beautiful, but it's long, and it just hits it's like pulls itself off the ground like a pile. And you see it like reach down next to this body that looks just like it's splayed out. And you see it put a mask over its face.
Okay, cool.
And that's the last thing you see.
Taffy, as they're walking alongside Finn, stumbles and I think like almost falls as this whole like image gets pelted at the face. And they're like panting at themselves, which does catch up with the meander that y'all have been walking.
What you gain, what sort of creature is it? You know it's a ghost. It's likely a ghost with a mission of revenge.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Great. Awesome.
Cool. Love that.
Amazing. Great.
On the other side, Finn.
Yeah, I think you're freaking out.
And you see Tabby stumble, and there's like an alleyway that you guys are going through, and there's like a trash can, and you kind of just like open up the trash can, like, here, you can heave into this if you need to, right? Like, just like let it out, and you look in there, and inside,
Oh my god.
Trash can.
inside of the trash can, you look down, and there is a knife.
Wait, don't barf.
A knife.
It is a Leatherman pocket knife, right? Like a leather. It's like not a Swiss Army knife, but
I
just
got
like a
you,
very
I got
simple
you.
like full blade. The blood on it is dry, like old, like longer than just like the blood on the bridge, still like dry. This blood is on there from like 8 hours ago.
Fuck! We should have taken the dog with us.
The dog. I love
And-
it's the dog now. Not the monster.
And we're gonna cut
Of
over
course
to
we
the three
are.
of you at the gas station. It's late at night. The gas station has been affected by the power outage as well. There are no lights on there.
Rip everything in the freezers.
You do see like a lantern inside, like glowing. Looks like batteries somehow powering it. Or actually, you see like a figure inside, like kind of like cranking something. Like
Oh,
I fucking
what are
hate
they?
you.
I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
Magnet lanterns,
gotta
people.
go, I'm sorry.
Magnet lights. They are a thing. These magnets
Inside the man
generate.
is cranking it.
It always comes back to magnets.
Sponsored stream, guys. Come on.
Sponsor.
Guys, we're trying so hard.
Okay, so what do you do?
I walk in to
Okay.
the person who's cranking the lantern.
Was
Yeah.
it more useful for me to be a dog or a person?
Well,
Would've discussed
I
this
wanted
on the way.
you to be like an attack dog, but
So what
because-
did you mean by that?
like a little like rabid pug, like
Okay, cool. So I'm with you.
We need that scary dog.
This
Yes,
reminds
truly.
me. This reminds me of that pug from Men in Black.
Oh yeah, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Frank's a classic.
Just like
New
the-
Yorker.
Tactical plug deployment. Let's go.
So you go into the gas station and you see a man, not like he's not ugly, but has the biggest wet rat energy of any motherfucker you've ever seen. Like his hair is like very kind of like greasy, like he hasn't washed it in a few days. But like again, he's not like an unattractive person. He's just like the vibes are bad. Like you feel it instantly. And can you read?
bad vibe.
Okay, so what is that ability of yours again?
The ability of mine is connect the dots. At the beginning of each mystery, if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be a part of, roll plus sharp. On the things I get different things. Is this person connected to current events more than they are saying? When and where is the next critical event going to occur? What does the monster want from this person? Is this connected to previous mysteries we've investigated? How does this mystery connect to the bigger picture?
Roll plus sharp.
Alright.
This is so perfect, actually.
Alright, so that's a 5 plus 3, 8.
Okay, I was
Now,
like,
with an 8, I get to ask 1. Bummer. Okay, nice. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think that I know what I would like to ask.
which would you like to ask?
I would like to ask my brain that knows everything, is this person connected to current events more than they're saying? I know I haven't asked him anything yet, but I know his sneaky ass is gonna lie.
We'll adjudicate this during the conversation. He steps out from like the lantern, which is now like fully powered again, and you take him in. He's like very like he's wearing like some filthy jeans. You can see like oil stains on them. Clearly, he's like working on a car or something earlier. He's wearing like leather work gloves at the moment. Like he feels like he normally does. And he has like a tool belt like around. He's like, "Can I help you with anything? Like, what are you doing out here? I don't got anything."
Actually, we were hoping that you could help us by letting us know if you noticed anything suspicious.
I'm here. I don't suspicious.
Yeah, you're telling me that you didn't notice that there's a dead body outside?
Where?
Cut in half? Right out there?
I cut in half? No. It's cut in half where?
On the bridge.
I mean, I guess like you can't because it's dark and the lights aren't working, but like, right? Yeah, right out there.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I've been here most of the day.
Grr, bark, bark. Jesus.
Can you control your
Yeah,
your
my
pug?
dog actually, he just doesn't like untrustworthy people.
I don't know who the
Straight
hell
up
you are.
stealing stuff. She's just grabbing chips, grabbing sodas.
What are you gonna? What the hell do you all want?
All right, look.
Just
We
keeps grabbing
know
more stuff.
that the person who was killed has something to do with this gas station. And we just want you to be honest with us. We're working with the local law enforcement.
Yes.
Who was killed? I don't.
Some tourist. apparently.
Okay.
Tourists are still important though.
Sure.
Tourists sustain the local economy in
Holy
ways,
shit! The dog talks.
in ways that
No,
a
he
simple
doesn't.
in
dog does not speak.
intersexual ecosystem does.
Now it's a really scary dog for me. How are we not the chaotic side of the table?
Your reveal in that, like,
We're doing great.
he did not know about the body on the bridge.
Okay.
But when you had, like, asked him about the body, like, something, he like, got real stiff.
Okay.
He is connected to something. He doesn't know, he did not know that there was a body on the bridge.
All right, pal. I'm getting the sense that maybe you don't know about that body, but maybe you know about some other bodies.
What other fucking bodies? Y'all are out of your minds. Okay? Y'all are whatever. You come into the fucking store, you're threatening me with a gun and a fucking, I don't know what this shit is.
Show us to your
loaded.
bathroom.
We're gonna take a
Jump.
peek around. You're gonna sit down.
Oh, it's okay, Jesus, whatever. And it's just like,
Oh my God, our
Am I gonna be
beds.
one of the bags?
Our bed is so
What?
scary.
My net is
And
very
more
big.
stuff might be in the bag.
okay. And he's gonna reach like behind the counter, like just like very cautiously. And I need.
Oh no.
Man's gonna push a
I'm
silent
gonna make a
alarm
hard
or
move
something.
He's
here.
gonna pop his own gun out.
I'm
My
gonna make.
gun's cocked.
I'm gonna make a hard move. We're back.
Thank you.
We're back.
Thanks for letting
Dude,
us know it wasn't working.
Thank you so much.
What's your name again?
No skills.
No skills?
Thank you.
That is. I have never seen something so less true. Everyone say thank you. No skills.
Thank you, no skills. Thank you.
You know what would be really sexy if we got somebody that gave like a $10 donation just to like say
Just
thanks
for
to
that?
No
Just say
Skills.
$10 donation. Thank you. No skills.
No skills.
So, before we went to the dice tray, the roll was act under pressure as Dean was reaching behind the counter. The act under pressure roll was a 8, which was a mixed success, which I gave a hard choice to Bella. Either trade shots and take a lot of harm but get a shot in, or dodge the shot but Arnett takes a lot of harm. So, as we were doing that, Arnett said they had an ability.
If we're going by
Yes,
what the character would do.
I'm taking resilience. You heal faster than normal people. Anytime your harm gets healed, heal an extra point. Additionally, your wounds count as one harm less for the purposes of the keeper's harm moves.
Okay, good to know.
Even without that information, Belle, as an assassin, would be very good at reading these types of situations and not getting killed.
Okay,
so
yeah.
her first instinct would be to immediately dodge and shoot at the same time, but probably just assume that there's nobody behind her.
Han Solo that bitch.
And just hope that no one's directly behind.
Okay, so I
So-
think that means you're gonna be jumping out of the way.
Oh yeah, just
Oh boy.
Okay, so you
All right.
don't take damage. You like the second that you see him reach for the bag, you kind of realize you gave him
like
the
the
opening.
bag's on the other side.
And he comes back up with the revolver. You jump out of the way, and there's instantly a gunshot that fires. Arnett, as you see this pull up, you're not able to react in time. You're going to take 4 harm. As the bullet just like...
Is that with the -1?
Oh my god.
you can add the -1 afterwards.
Okay.
That is the base. You take 4 harm.
So you are just barely not dying.
So that is 3 harm with your reduction.
Do you hate me?
I warned y'all. As the bullet kind of slams into like your lower stomach.
That's not great. I don't like that.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Bella, what do you do?
Immediately as she was dodging, she would try and still shoot.
All right, now kick some ass.
Yeah.
Let's go, Lexi.
Oh my god, that is a 10. It's off.
plus-
It's off. It's off the
completely
side,
out
but
of
it's
the
a
camera,
it's a
but-
10
Plus tough.
plus tough. That is a
Well.
yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yes,
Just
baby.
as she's dodging, she's pulling the trigger just
Yeah.
right into it like a shoulder. She's not going for a kill. It is still punch. It is still
Yeah.
like spread shot. So she's going for like.
He is going to take 4 harm as it just blasts into him. And on 10 plus, you gain 1 extra effect. You take advantage, +1 forward, or give +1 forward. You inflict terrible harm, add additional harm. You suffer less harm. Oh, because you are going to... You still take harm on a success. Or you force them where you want them. Which one do you want to take?
What was the first ones?
There's a lot of words.
So again, this is a gun, so you are, and on any success in kick some ass, you are going to take harm.
Yeah.
I missed that part earlier, so y'all got lucked out during the opening fight. So you're going to take 4 harm in response. You're going to give 4 harm. But so you have choices here. You can gain advantage, so +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hunter on all rolls against him. You can inflict terrible harm, so you can do 5 harm to him instead of 4. You can suffer less, 3 instead of 4. Or you force them where you want them.
I'm deciding between suffer less or force me, but I feel like I can just intimidate enough. I did just shoot the guy.
Are we going to die in the gas station before we get to the monster?
That'd be hilarious.
Pretty-
I'll take less harm.
Less harm. You take less harm. Yeah. This time is the one where you get both the dodge and the shot. The bullet just sort of like lodges into your like clavicle right underneath here. It's not the first time you've been shot in the shoulder, so it's not that. You're just like ow. Take 3 harm, and he takes 4 from that.
Are we going to kill a man?
It's the first time.
Now he's like his entire like upper chest and just a little bit of his face is like scrambled with buckshot. It doesn't sizzle. He's not magical, so he like stumbles back and he like ducks back and rolls behind the counter. Laura, what are you doing in this situation? There've been a series of gunshots.
I guess we're taking him out.
We don't have to take him out.
I'm gonna like
Pug
as
stands up
a
into
pug
person.
like trot underneath the counter and then come back up, like point my head towards him and fully transform into him to kind of like give him a fully transformative headbutt.
What are you doing? What are you trying? What do you want to do?
This is kick some ass.
You want to headbutt him?
Yeah.
As you transform, kick some ass, please.
I shall. That is a plus 3, so 7.
Just barely a success. So you're going to trade harm. Tell me something.
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill him?
No.
Okay. Here's how this goes off. You fully transform over him.
Yeah.
And he's freaking, like he screams and pulls the trigger, and there's a bullet that lodges itself like right below your sternum. You're taking 4 harm. From the
I'm
bullet.
not looking so good because I got 2 harm before.
Yeah. Oh, you're in trouble.
I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And
Okay.
but as you do this transformation, your head grows into his and just splays him out, and he is unconscious.
Ugh. And I finally turn back into human lore, and I'm bleeding a lot, and I'm like, okay, can't do that again.
They always gotta pull out the guns.
Well, did we? Let's just check out the gas station so this isn't a waste. I'll hang out here and just like take all the painkillers behind the counter that I possibly can.
Yeah.
Don't take the blood thinner ones.
Yeah, whatever.
I take some painkillers and I start wrapping my stomach, which is just not doing hot.
Yep.
Can I roll to heal myself with these actions?
Yes, that is that's an action you can take.
Is it an action we can take?
Hey, less harm.
There's something that hunters can do, healing.
Hold
Harm.
Help
Well, it says that you heal faster than normal people. Anytime your harm gets healed, I heal an extra point. So I would assume that that's an action.
Treatment pencil wound.
There doesn't
First
seem to
aid
be
will heal 1 harm.
Okay.
So you have
A first aid. Oh, and I don't have to roll for it.
We're in a gas
That's
station.
So
Can we
hot.
all just heal a harm?
You only benefit from first aid once per injury or condition. You can heal 1 harm, but you guys all took 4 to 7, except for you. You took a 3. No, you both took 3s. So your wounds are not unstable. Yours is unstable.
Okay.
It will get worse unless treated. Mark the
I have
unstable.
4
I'm gonna start treating myself.
Yeah.
I used to be a cashier. I know my way around this place.
As I
First
deal with my
aid.
stomach and get it down to 1 harm, which sounds wild, I'm gonna start assisting you as well.
Okay. Anything else you are doing in the gas station?
Get in my bag.
Yeah, it's.
But no.
It was on the other side of the counter. Yeah.
But no, I'm checking him out, kind of looking, seeing if there's any like carvings or markings on him, maybe some like cult ghosty shit or like bringing him out. or
Make
anything.
a investigate a mystery roll.
That's plus.
Sharp.
I got +1.
Nice.
8, 9.
9. You get 1 question. I'm going to let you freeform this one because none of the questions are quite right. What do you want to know?
I want to know if because he didn't know anything about that first body, and you said he might know more about the other bodies. I want to see.
I was kind of fibbing.
Oh.
I was just.
You were just trying to catch him in a lie?
Uh-huh.
We do know there's shit in the gas station.
Yeah, I got a really bad feeling about the gas station, which is why we're here.
I just wanted to check if there's anything weird about him that's like
Yeah.
a clear indicator of some funky shit.
Here's what you get out of this. You're like once-overing him, and you like look at some of his stuff, and you pull off his gloves, right? These like thick leather workman gloves. Here's what you notice. Number 1, even before you pull off his gloves, there's like scratches on his forearms, and like slight bruising, like someone like grabbed him, or someone like tried to scratch him, like you're not quite sure what. Although you start to get a little bit of a hint of a thing. You notice on his tool belt there is a pocket for a folding knife that is empty. And as you pull his gloves off, you notice that there is still flakes of blood, like very dried blood on parts of his hands. Like he clearly tried to wash his hands, but he missed it.
They always forget under the nails, don't they? Just holds up his hand and like shows it to everyone else, just like, wanna give that a little sniff, buddy?
I will investigate. If you're
this
good with
way
that.
reunite
I
the
want
party.
you actually to read a bad situation.
Okay, read a bad situation.
That's plus sharp. Does anyone have water?
I mean, if I'm fine with my mouth.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so I am
Big
fine with your
water.
mouth, dear.
I will roll this in the
I'm
meantime.
fine with your mouth.
+2, 8 for read a bad situation. I'm bad at everything except for sharp and weird. That's why I have +3.
One of these. If you act on the answers, you get +1 on go.
What's the biggest threat?
Okay. You sniff the dried blood on it, and it is the same scent as the bracelet.
Okay.
But what smells on the bracelet does not have that same weird feeling. That blood doesn't have the same weird scent as the bridge. All 3 are the same scent. This blood is tangible, is corporeal. What you smelled on the bridge was not.
Okay.
And you are beginning to realize that it is very likely that what you smelled specifically on the bridge was that Lily is probably the ghost.
Oh my god. All right.
And we're going to cut back to the other 2.
Yeah, we have 15 minutes left, so
We're
we
gonna cut
gotta
back to the other
get
two.
everybody
All right.
together. I'll fire off a flare from the gas
Hi.
station. if I need to.
And this also resolves something else.
Sorry.
We're actually right before we cut back to the two of you, we cut back to a spot just a little around the corner from the two of you, and we see Fauna walking back after having escorted Andrea home.
Gosh darn it.
And Fauna's walking through an area in the alleys, sort of like shaking their head like, I fucking hate this. And in front of Fauna, there is a woman in a pale white sundress,
Oh no.
very pale skin, no shoes,
Oh.
and a medical mask over her face, beautiful long curtain of hair.
Do we both see this?
You're not there.
This is just a cut.
This is a cut. to
This is a
Fauna.
cut to Fauna.
Oh, I see. I understand. I
And
got
Fauna's
this.
like stops like, Lily? And Lily goes, do you think I'm pretty? She said, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm dating your sister, like, of course, like, are you okay? And we see her reach up and unhook the mask, and as she pulls it down, along the sides of her cheeks are cut completely open. And they are wide. All of her mouth is showing. And it drops, and she looks, and she says, even now? And we cut back to you as you hear just around the corner, you hear, and even now?
We hear that?
They
No.
hear that.
Hey,
Hold on. So Taffy had this vision.
Yeah.
Is now physically like hunched over, freaking out.
And now at the
Sees a
same
knife.
time, you have, as you see the knife, the second part of that vision, and you see the opening sequence as it played, and you see the long black-haired woman ask the man that question, except you see the same thing, where it cut off in the beginning, you see the same thing we just saw now, where she pulls the mask down, the sides of her mouth are cut open, and she asks, even now,
and then
to
we
the man?
physically hear even now.
Yeah, and as she asks even now, you see what happens on the bridge. She says, even now? And the man screams, no. And she pulls out her hand, and it turns into what looked like sharp claws and scissors, and she just snips through his body. And afterwards, they retreat, and she turns back into the beautiful woman. She stalks away from the bridge towards the gas station. But then something happens. There's like a flickering of lights, and she turns around. This is the vision at the beginning.
Okay.
And you see her fade and vanish as like people come running and screaming to the bridge.
Hey, Taffy.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
I need you to lock the fuck in.
None of that earlier shit. Everything's gonna work this time. And you can help everything work by donating
you
to a
heard
good
this,
cause.
right?
Or you can make
You
everything go
understand.
wrong with a calamity roll. It's only $35. You can ensure
All
that
right,
chaos
or
So you
or
hear-
you could give us an automatic success. You could do that. That
You
is the
hear,
thing you could do.
you come back to this, and you stare at this knife, and you realize this is the knowledge, like, she is out for vengeance. She was killed in this manner, and now there are
I think
issues.
so Taffy like gets their is like gripping the trash can, kind of getting their bearings and pulling together, and the words they say are, "Lila's dead. She's out for blood," and then they hear the
Even now?
and like a dog with a squirrel, like literally just like shit, and just pushes herself off the trash can and books it
Yeah. So,
towards wherever the sound is coming
so
from.
I will need both of you to act under pressure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Act under pressure is...
Okay,
That's cool.
hear me, right?
So good at cool, guys.
With this,
Shame the dice.
so here's the thing. I need one of you to roll.
Okay.
One of you to roll. One of you can help. Helping is a roll. I should have made you roll for that earlier.
So this is plus what?
So if you are helping, roll plus cool. If you are acting under pressure, roll plus cool. So you're both rolling plus cool, but decide who's doing what.
Okay, I will
Helper, go first.
go first.
Help.
I'll go first.
Okay, so you are helping out. You are helping out by providing us information. What do we have? That is a
Oh no! That's 6 plus 1 is 7.
Okay, that does succeed.
Oh my god.
You grant +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. We'll resolve that after
That
we
sounds
get
so normal
the
for
act
me.
under pressure.
That's just what Taffy does.
I'm a -1 cool. My dice don't like me. Oh god, what is that?
4
That's a 4 minus 1, so it's a 3.
plus 1 for me.
That's a failure. So on a miss, things go to hell. The two of you sprint around the corner, and you see the back of you see the curtain of hair of the ghost of Lily, and you see Fauna on the other side, staring in horror at this face. And Lily turns around as you approach, and you see the slit-mouthed woman, a Kuchisake Onna, a revenge ghost, an Onryo. Someone who was wronged at the end of their life and now seeks revenge. But there are rules to this one, and you know there are rules to Kuchisake Onna and how you have to speak with them. Because if you don't, the consequences are horrible.
Fuck. Alright.
And so she turns, and Finn, she sees you and she says, "Am I pretty?"
Taffy's nodding, like very.
Okay.
Taffy's just like.
I want to double check something before I adjudicate this. There's something I want to double check.
Taffy's just like.
Do you guys have any last words?
It's been nice knowing y'all. Yay for charity.
I don't think you've taken any harm.
So-
I haven't.
Here's the thing.
That's the funniest thing about
Which is
this.
so it works for the character though.
You say yes.
I said
and-
very.
Very. Instantly, you feel a hand on the back of your head, and she's in your face.
Oh, hello, dear.
She is this close to you, and she is holding you. And her finger comes up and turns into a blade. And she presses against the side of your cheek. Like, and puts a cut along the side of your cheek. And just, you feel it split open. Your left cheek is just completely split open through the mouth. And it hurts like hell. You are going to take 4 harm.
Okay.
At least you're not dead.
Okay.
Silver lining.
Okay.
And because you expose yourself to trouble or danger,
Yeah, of course.
there's another flicker. Even now?
Yeah.
4 harm.
Cool.
Okay.
Maybe we have to be honest with her. Maybe we have to tell her she's kind of ugly.
As
You
this
get
happens,
cut in half?
as this happens,
I mean, this isn't working.
as this happens, there is a and the lights flicker back on all around you. There is lighting in this street.
Wait. I lied. I count for my wounds count for 1 harm less.
Okay, only 3 harm.
So I take 3 harm. Very.
So not unstable.
Not unstable.
My body. No, her body. Yes, release
The power comes back on,
Okay.
and we're going to cut back to the gas station.
All right.
The power
we need
comes
to
back on
find
the gas
this
station.
body that's definitely connected to the gas station.
For sure.
All right.
Sniffing?
Snap that man awake.
This is either act. I think this is act under pressure.
I
This is
need
an
y'all
act
to
under
know
pressure.
I'm leaning so
Okay.
far into the alternative was death and hoping for the best.
If you would like to assist, one of you choose to roll plus cool.
I'm not cool.
Act under pressure? I'm not good at that. I could use some assistance.
I got a +1 for cool. So.
Okay, so why don't you do that first? Oh shit.
That is an 8 plus cool.
9.
9. Okay. That
I'm
is
so cool.
help
guy.
out. Grants them a +1, but you are also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Okay.
Plus cool.
That is
Oh.
Three- that's a
We're all dying.
-1, that's a 3.
TPK.
Okay.
What is
You
that?
have 1 point.
Oh wait.
You have 1.
If this is the pivotal roll, we only have a few minutes
Yeah.
left. I'm probably doomed anyway.
Full success.
I make this a full success, and I make myself doomed.
Okay, so here's what happens, all right? You follow this trail, and it's hard. He cleaned well. But you go back outside the back of the gas station. You follow along the scent, and the 2 of you are following with, and you get to this, what looks like disheveled, little shed. And it looks like it's locked, and it was going to be locked, but you're there. You come up, you help, you kick it, and blast the lock off. Throw it open and run down in there. And down at the bottom there, you see the crumpled, bloody form. A white dress stained, no shoes. This was Lily Tachibana, and the slits have begun to fester and crackle. As you do go down there is a triggered gunshot, It looks like Dean rigged some kind of trap to blast whoever opened the door, but because all three of you were doing it, the buckshot just flies clean, hits none of you on a full success. And you get down there. What do you do with this body?
You two handle this. I've got 4 more shots left. And goes immediately back to that fucking asshole.
I reach for my phone that does not work anymore.
No, but it works now.
It works now.
Works now.
I
So he's back.
call 911. I'm going to get, because somebody needs to take her to her good actual final resting place.
Okay.
Hey,
However, the cops take forever. So we have some time to make the body less ghosty.
Yeah.
And we know how to do that because we're monster hunters. Card launch, that's the name.
Monster Hunter.
You will need to use magic for this.
I do have a high weird. That's my magic.
I
You need
feel
me to
like
do something.
You may assist.
You should do it because I'm 0.
Arnett, roll plus cool to help.
Okay. Yeah, Arnett can go first.
dice scam.
Because I have an idea. Because I'm doomed anyway.
Okay.
So I think something is going to happen.
Okay, so that's a 5 total. Just gonna take that away.
Okay. You expose yourself to your trouble or danger without helping.
Okay. Oh no.
You're doing great.
She
I,
doesn't come.
because I am doomed anyway, and we want to make this a little bit less supernatural. I'm going to call the monster inside of me, which by the rules of Monster of the Week is magic and
Yep.
not just a physical thing.
Yep.
I am going to try and eat all the negative energy that of Lily, even if it makes me a monster down the line.
Okay. Make your magic roll.
This is
Nothing
my
like
Plus
watching a
weird.
DM
this is my weird.
Plus weird.
Plus weird.
Oh.
That's 7 plus 3 is a 10.
The magic works without issues. Choose your effect.
I
Do something that is beyond human limitations. Trap a person. Banish a spirit or curse from a person.
Hey.
Yeah.
banish the spirit or curse.
You tell me. No, you narrate how you do this.
I approach the corpse, and I'm bloody, I'm hurt, and I see her corpse on the ground, and I say, finally, someone who understands what it's like to be a monster. And you see my shadow turn full werepug and start consuming the shadow of the corpse, taking it all into me. And I will absorb all the negative energy of Lily Tachibana and banish myself to protect.
And then you
My
become
friend.
her.
So
Kidding.
here's what
Maybe.
happens. You see the shadow eat the shadow, and like there's a moment, like I think right before you fully consume it, where you look up to Arnett in the room with you, and your eyes lock for just a moment, and you kind of know this is the last moment you're going to see Laura. Is there anything you want to say?
A tear starts welling up in my eye, and I think we have a secret handshake, and I go out to do it, and
Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Yeah.
And then
You are going to take 2 harm from that because the
Fucking
shadow.
nuts!
That's the consequence of your failed roll. You're going to take 2
yeah.
harm.
Okay,
It's not going to be an unstable injury, but it lingers in your hand.
it's a mental one.
Both like in like this chill, this like bone deep cold, and you watch as there's this like shaking in Lore, and as that happens, there's a moment over with you where you're still held by like from the back of the head, and you see, and it like begins to like fold in on itself, and it disappears in front of you, and you're released, and back where you are. Above the body, another figure steps out, and it's Lily in white, but her mouth is scarred, but whole. And she reaches over to you, Laura, and she places a hand on top of you as you're like kneeling down, trying to hold in the monster. She's like, you don't have to be a monster anymore. And as she pulls up with her hand, there's a separation of Lore from the shadow. And you stand up, Lore, unmonstrous, as a spirit next to her. she says, I'm scared.
You don't need to be scared. We've done a lot of scaring. That's all behind us now. Hasta la pasta.
I'll miss pasta.
God
And she
damn
holds
it.
out her hand. And as you take it, Arnett, you watch as the two of them fade into nothingness and the shadow boil until it's gone.
I think you just see Arnett. God, okay. Arnett steps outside because they don't want to crawl into a corner by a dead body. They step right outside and they just kind of curl up into a ball, knees to chest, and they weep.
Snooze the ad real quick. Sorry, just want to flag that. And yeah, you see Arnett crying, and as that's happening, there is a couple series of booms in the background. I don't think they disturb you. You're very like on your feelings, but we just see a light of muzzle flare flash inside the gas station, and you see in the background through the window in the light just Bella standing over someone that goes.
That's nicer than what I was planning.
What were you planning?
Guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. We are on a public street. And we come back to the two of you. Your cut didn't go all the way through.
Okay.
Yours did, and your wound is unstable.
So I would like to look at fauna. Clock, they are okay, like physically not. They are alive and not face
They are
cut.
unharmed. Your
Okay.
actions saved fauna.
Yeah. So I'm going to look at Finn. Clock, they're in much worse
Yes.
pain than I am, and whilst looking at fauna, say I'm sorry, and try to basically like reverse the healing.
I need you to roll
from
magic.
myself.
I need you to roll
Reverse.
magic. Roll plus weird. Roll plus weird.
3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10.
Magic works without issues.
Let's go.
I think what you are trying to do, heal one harm from an injury.
I'm trying to like fully, like,
Do you want to take all the harm?
I would like to take all of the harm. I don't want my friend to be hurt, and I feel like I've caused enough harm as is, and so like this is me basically being like,
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't like that actually.
You how do you do this? What does it look like as you do this?
I look at Finn, see that Finn is hurting and is in pain and is in a state where it could go very badly very quickly. And I look at Fauna and I say, I owe you so much more of an explanation, but I can't, and I'm sorry. And is gonna like, just like really, really focus and try to pull, like the way they were trying to play tug of war before, but they're doing it the other way. And they're trying to like it looks like they're trying to reach into themselves and like yank something out. And they look like distressed and in the way that like when you have a bruise and you like push on it, you feel that pain and you kind of keep leaning into it. That's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to essentially feed this invisible rope into Finn.
Okay, as you do this, Finn, you feel like this open cheek, like cut through to the inside of your mouth, just start to seal, like it was never cut to begin with. And you start to feel it. You start to feel both your cheeks, like splitting and cracking. And then you feel a hand on your back. And it's fun. And they say, there's something I should tell you too. And as your cheeks start to split, there's a moment of pause. And then it starts reversing back down. And you feel that energy, that harm that is coming into you, start funneling out of you, but not into Fauna, into the sky.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. I was
as
fully
like-
ready to be like, good killing.
As it starts drifting out like this red and black and purple vapor above you. You see it. And you realize that it's almost like a balance arm. That your ability is unstable because it's not meant to be used alone. And I think with that, we're going to close the chapter on Smile for Me. The Monster Hunters versus the Kuchisake Onna, the Slip-Mouth Woman. Thank you all for joining me at this table for my first GMing of Monster of the Week.
Yeah, I think we need some woos in chat for Dan. I think we need them immediately, actually.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much for joining us as we were here live in PAX-East in the LAN charity stream zone. This was such a wonderful stream. We raised $240 for Doctors Without Borders. We're going to keep this link up for a while, so please feel free to go in when your check comes in on Friday. Give us a donation. It won't be able to affect the game we've already played, but maybe we'll do another game in the future.
And it's going to a good cause.
It's going to an amazing cause. Before we leave, though, why don't we tell the people watching who we are and where they can find us? Grace, let's start with you.
Hello, greetings and salutations, friends. I've been Grace, also known as Ghost Light G on the internet. Ghost is in ghost, light as in a light bulb, G is in my name or ghost, honestly. All one word, no spaces, no underscores or anything fancy. Sorry. Last day of PAX. I'm dying a little bit. It's fine. Crit Award nominated singer-songwriter. I'm here on the internet. I stream. I do other silly little guy things with silly little guys like these ones right here. And I'm around. We're doing things. We did cool things. Yay, cool. Passing it off. Let's go this way.
I'm gonna sing a song until the camera's on me. Hi, I have been...
Is that training?
I've been Julian, or Julie CL. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky and Twitch. I co-run indie channel Roll D5, where we showcase indie ttrpgs, mostly as one-offs. I am also an award-winning audio drama writer. If you want to listen to The Realm Tree, it is a 30-episode coming-of-age story about fairies featuring voice actors from Avatar: The Last Airbender, Genshin Impact, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I'm going to pass it over to our brilliant GM.
Hello, everyone. I am Dan Pixel, Pyxel, they, them. I have been your keeper for this game. You may find me everywhere on the internet as Dan Pixel. I am an actual play performer. I am a content creator. I am a streamer, and I am a voice actor. If you like gay things and emotionally damaging things like what you saw here today, just find me. And I will turn it over to our dear fish.
Hello, I am Fish Finley. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Fish Finley with 2 E's at the end. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a fun time. This is my first time ever playing Monster of the Week, and it's been so much fun. I've had the greatest time. But currently, I am on the board for the Crit Awards. That is my big thing. Check out all of my socials to find all the info on that. Final voting will go up in June. That is the next month of the year. Yep. And then you guys can vote for all of your favorite creators. Also, I do digital art, and my commissions are currently open, so check out all my socials to see the links for that. Please commission me.
Hi friends, I'm next. My name is Jess, my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and you can find me all over the internet at Jess the Human. That's Jess with one S. You can get wished good mornings in super specific ways every single day, as well as tune into different TTRPG and tabletop charity initiatives that I have going on. I do at least one per month on my Twitch and YouTube. Next week, this week, oh god, okay, 3 days from now, I'm going to be doing a Cobalt 8 My Baby TTRPG charity stream supporting St. Jude, and then the following week, so the week of May 19th, every single day, Monday through Friday, we're going to have a different Commander Magic Pod that's going to be playing, and there's going to be lots of prizes and lots of good, fun stuff there. With that being said, I'm going to popcorn it over one last time.
Woo!
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex. I do art, streaming, TTRPG stuff, and V2B. You want me to draw your little guys? I'll do it. You just gotta give me money for it. I played Belladonna, our little assassin guy. I was a Crit nominated artist last year, so that's pretty fucking neat. If you guys donate right this second, I'll tell you what I was gonna do to that guy. Do it right now. I'm kidding, don't.
Well, I mean, you should donate, but...
That's
You
for the
should definitely
Patreon.
still donate.
That's for like if you donate, we'll send you a message.
Yeah.
Till then, it's top secret. Only
Top
we'll get to
secret
know.
information.
And with that being said, look, if we get to 250, like it's staying open until Friday, we can post about it.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
There we go.
Anyways, you friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for donating and supporting Doctors Without Borders. This has been an absolutely fantastic time. I do want to give a quick shout out to Dan for not only being an amazing game in general, but their first time and just absolutely killing it. Amazing. Chef's kiss. Anyway, stay safe, wash your hands, don't eat paste. See y'all later.